If you're a beginner reader, this video is going to be very useful. Hi guys, and welcome to Fandom Newbie. My name is Shruti, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the most common reader mistakes that every beginner reader does. So these are based on some of my own personal experiences through my reading journey, as well as comments that I keep getting from you guys asking for recommendations for beginner readers and things like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very helpful video. So without further ado, let's just get started. The first mistake that I see is that beginners read books or genres just because they are super famous. And now I think the biggest question that beginner readers have is, what book should I start with? Like, what should be my first book? What should be the genre that I explore? And I think naturally what happens is that you would look for books that are super famous, bestsellers, like really hyped books, and you would read those because obviously they're hyped for a reason, right? But I think that not every hyped, popular, bestseller book is the one for you. I feel like non-fiction or fantasy or some other genres like these might not be the best for someone who's just starting their reading journey. Non-fiction books can get a little bit heavy, whereas the fantasy genre, like some books can be super complicated in terms of world building, character development, that might not be the best place to start with if you're just beginning your reading journey. So one tip that I have for you, if you want to figure out what genre of books might be the best for you, start by thinking which TV shows, movies, or podcasts, web series, which genre do you prefer in those media? So if you prefer watching thriller movies, or if you like watching romance TV shows or movies, or if you listen to podcasts about a particular subject, let's say, for example, I don't know, true crime podcasts, or if you listen to podcasts related to science, then I feel like you would have a natural interest for those particular topics. And then choosing books within those topics, I think, would interest you a lot more. Another tip that I can give is that if you, let's say, like a particular person, so if you're a huge fan of Virat Kohli, or if you're a huge fan of Priyanka Chopra, Shah Rukh Khan, I don't know, any celebrity, try reading their memoirs, because again, you are likely to be interested in those topics, in those people. And you would also like their memoir because they would be talking about themselves and their journey. So look at what your current interests are, which type of media do you like consuming, and then choose books based on those media, because chances are you will actually prefer those books as compared to others. The second mistake that I see beginners doing is getting intimidated by big books. Now, not every big book that is out there is actually super difficult to get through. In fact, I feel like a lot of beginner readers miss out on some amazing pieces of content and literature because you just get intimidated by the size of the book. Now, for example, authors like Cassandra Clare that write young adult fantasy books, her books are actually not so difficult to get through. Like, the size might be huge, but they're actually quite easy to read and get through. But if you're still intimidated by the size of the book, then one tip that I can give you that will completely change your life is listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are seriously the best way to get through lengthy books, especially like when you listen to a person narrating the story to you. Reading a book just becomes so much easier and it becomes so much more fun. Another advantage of audiobooks is that you can listen to them on the go. So if you feel like you don't have enough time to read a lengthy book, then listen to the audiobook, because then you can be reading the book as you're doing your daily chores like washing dishes or folding laundry, or even if you're commuting to work or if you're taking a walk, you can actually listen to the audiobook, and that will help you get through the book faster. One of my favorite audiobook apps that I use is the Storytel app. First of all, for a subscription fee of just 299 rupees per month, Storytel allows you to download and listen to unlimited audiobooks for free. I honestly use Storytel so much, and it has been life-changing for my reading experience because I can find some of my favorite books on here, I can find bestsellers on here, and I can also find books that are narrated by famous celebrities as well as famous authors, which makes the reading experience just so engaging and so much fun. The book that I'm currently reading on the Storytel app is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare, and I have the physical copy of this book, but I'm still listening to it on audiobook because the way the narrator has like read out the story is just so engaging. The way she keeps changing her voices for different characters is just so much fun to listen to, and I'm having such a blast listening to the audiobook. One tip that I can give you when you're like reading lengthy books on audiobooks is listen to it at 1.5 speed, like how I usually do when I'm listening to an audiobook. This just helps you read the book much faster, and you can get through lengthy books much quicker in this way. Like I mentioned before, Storytel has a subscription fee of 299 rupees per month. But if you check out the link that I've put in my description box, then you can get a 3-month Storytel subscription for just 375 rupees, which I think is a really good deal. So definitely check out the link in my description box and check out the Storytel app. The third mistake that I've seen people do is read books just because the author is famous. Now, this is kind of similar to my first point where I feel that readers just choose books because the author is super famous. So you'll choose books by Murakami, or you'll choose like classic books by Jane Austen or Charles Dickens just because these are really famous literary authors. First of all, if you're just starting out in your reading journey, classics are not the books that you should be going for. Even seasoned readers and people who love reading books find reading classics difficult. So just don't check out any classics or don't check out any classic authors because those books are genuinely difficult to get through, even for people who love reading books. So here's my tip if you're a bit unsure about which author or book that you should start with, and that is follow bookstagrammers and follow booktubers. The more bookstagrammers and booktubers you follow, the more you will understand whose taste of books is kind of similar to yours, and then you can start by reading recommendations by these bookstagrammers and booktubers. The more recommendations you try, the more you'll understand whether that person's taste is suited to yours, and the more trust you will have in that person's recommendations. And I feel trust is one of the most important things when it comes to getting recommendations from other people. I honestly feel that the best way to discover new books is when someone you trust recommends them to you, because they're not going to choose a book just because an author is famous or just because it's a classic that everyone should read. They are really going to choose books which are suited to you and suited to your reader level. In fact, if you're a beginner and if you trust my recommendations, then leave a comment down below and I'll try to help as many of you as possible in guiding you as to which book you should start out with. The fourth mistake that I've seen people make is not reading the book just because you watched the movie. Like, honestly, the amount of times I've heard that people have not read the Harry Potter books just because they watched the movie is absolutely crazy. Trust me, guys, reading a book is a completely different experience from watching the movie. Now, movies and TV shows based on books are called adaptations, and they're called adaptations for a reason. Because when you're watching a TV show or a movie based on a book, then those TV shows and movies are basically the director's vision for the book, or it's the screenwriter's vision for the book. And their vision for the book might be completely different from your vision or your imagination of the book. So the experience that you have while reading a book can be very different from a director's or an actor's or a screenwriter's perception of the book. Which is why I feel that even though you've watched the movie, you should definitely read the book because the experience can be completely different. Another advantage of watching the movie after reading the book is that reading the book somehow becomes easier after you watch its adaptation. Since you've already watched like an actor portraying a character, for example, or you've already watched like a director's perception of the sets, the imagination portion of reading the book becomes a little bit simpler because you already have a little bit of context as to what is there in the book. Like, you already kind of can picture how a character looks, you can kind of picture the places that the character is going to because you've already seen it. So reading the book becomes a bit easier, and then you can pay attention to other aspects of the book like world building or maybe vocabulary building or other things rather than trying to imagine how a character looks or the places that the character visits, etc. So yeah, definitely read the book even though you watch the movie, because it can be a completely different, sometimes life-changing experience. And the last mistake that I want to talk about is when readers give up on reading books just because their first book was a bad experience. Okay, one thing that you guys need to understand is just because reading that one book was bad doesn't make the entire process of reading bad. It could just mean that that particular book wasn't the right book for you. So don't give up on reading just because you've had one or two bad experiences with books that you have found extremely boring. Really try to discover which books are meant for you. Really try to discover which genres are meant for you, which author you like. And the only way that you'll discover which authors you like or which books you like is if you continue reading more and more books. And once you actually find which genre you like, it is absolutely okay to just stick to that genre. Like, don't be bogged down by what other readers say, meaning like, oh, you have to read diversely, you have to read different genres, you have to read this genre because it is good. No, don't listen to anyone. If you have discovered that you like the romance genre, then read more romance books. That's absolutely fine. If you have found that you like reading mystery or thriller books, then read mystery and thriller books. If you like reading non-fiction, read non-fiction books. Don't get bogged down by what other readers say and their experiences. You go by what is right for you and what you enjoy doing, because that is the only way that you'll actually develop a love for reading and you'll develop the habit of reading, because it won't be boring for you. So yeah, that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you guys found it useful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, leave a comment down below if you guys don't know what book you should start with, and maybe I can recommend a nice book for you. So let me know down in the comments. And of course, do subscribe to my channel for more book related videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.